Hey there, I am Lauren G. Foster, and this is our very first Conversations with Caleb. As we begin, I would like to kind of share with you what channeling means to me and how all of this happens. And then we're going to let Caleb introduce themselves, and then we will take your questions if you have any that you can write in the chat. Hello, Cecilia. I'm so happy to see you here. I love it, love it. So channeling is something that anyone can do. Those of us who choose to be channelers, to be conduits, are not special. We're not gifted in any way. We have simply chosen to be the servants, the purveyors of these messages, and learned how to quiet our mind and allow the messages to flow through. So if you think of it like every thought that has ever been thought still exists in non-physical, every soul that has ever inhabited a human being, that consciousness still exists, and if every soul that may one day be a human being or a dog, every bit of energy, every bit of consciousness that there is existing here. And if you picture that your highest self is a part of that non-physical, and not even so much as that you are plugging into it, because you're already plugged into it. You are already a part of this non-physical infinite intelligence. So many words that we can use to describe this consciousness. So it's more like unblocking yourself and allowing this wisdom and this knowledge and this support and love in at whatever rate you are willing to allow and whatever rate you're willing to share. So if you have ever had this intuitive feeling to not turn on a certain road, or to go a certain way, or to do a certain thing, or you think of your friend and she calls you, or all of these things are the magic of this energy working in your life. And you get to choose that flow however you want. You can choose to sit in silence and open up to more and more and share that out into the world. You can choose to just receive and let it be transmuted and multiplied by your tender heart and shared out into the world by the means of service, by the means of anything that you do. So that's what this whole channeling thing is about. And my challenge is, this again is my first time to do this in public, if you will, even though you all are my tribe, you're my people, and it's very, very safe here. This is still in public. So the challenges that I have as a channeler, that everybody has, I think, is to get your brain to step aside and allow these other messages without trying to interfere and bring in the wisdom and knowledge of this human, right? So I find that the easiest questions that Caleb can answer are the ones that Lauren's mind knows just a little bit about, because if I know a lot about it, my brain wants to jump in and share the messages that I know. And if I know nothing about the subject, if I was asked a question that I'd never heard of the terms, then my brain panics and thinks that this is, oh no, you can't do that, let's get out of here. And that's not conducive to channeling a clear message either. So one of the other things is that sometimes the answers that come through are different than the question that I asked. And oftentimes, almost always, it's really the question that I really had on my heart, not the question that I thought I had on my heart. So we can enter into this experiment and see what happens and see what kind of conversations we have with Caleb. And I just love you so much. Oh, thank you for your donation. That is something that I always forget to mention. Your donations help me to continue to do work like this for free, and help Insight Timer to continue to do work like this and provide meditation tools for free to a world that really, really needs this kind of support and love. So I'm going to bring in Caleb and let them do their introduction. And if you have a question that you want to ask Caleb, you can type that in the comments and we will see how many of those we have. We'll see how many of those we have time to answer. Hello and welcome to this gathering, this exploration, this very unique experience of non-physical energy, of unconscious, of intelligence, of infinite possibility being channeled through our messenger. We are Caleb. We are a collective. We have no form. We have no sex. We have no gender or shape or color, and yet we have aspects of all, and yet we have knowledge and wisdom on every human experience that ever has happened or ever will happen. We have the ability to contact experts in non-physical in every subject and are able to answer any question. The limitations are only in what our channel is able and willing to allow through, and your willingness to open yourself to the questions, open yourself to the answers, see yourself in the land of the solution and the land of infinite love and intelligence. One of the favorite questions that we often get is, how do we know that this is truth? How does our channel know that the messages she is receiving are truth? How do you, as the asker, know that the answers you're receiving are truth? And our answer to you is that you learn to discern the voices that happen in your life. You learn what is the voice of your highest self that can see forever in all directions and is a part of who we are and is a part of the collective energy that permeates every atom of this planet. You can recognize that voice as you listen for that voice. You can recognize the voice of your ego, of your identity, of your emotions that may want to drag you down. In past times, your doubts and your fears and your guilt that would manifest as illness in your body would be identified as demons, and attempts would be made to cast these out of you. And this is not so very far off, because your doubts and fears and guilt and resistance are all representative of you cutting yourself off from the infinite, and ways in which you separate yourself from the light and you separate yourself from the endless flow of well-being that is your birthright. So there is no source of evil or darkness. There is only the light and only the absence of the light. And the light is always shining. The light, the energy, the love is always available for you. It is your work only to open yourself up to receive. This is the only work you have. And when you hear a voice that has judgment, you can know this is not the voice of us. We will never judge. We will never guide you in decisions that you get to make of your own free will in this lifetime. We will never say to you that something is right or wrong or good or bad. We are all about your choices, and you're creating this beautiful human experience as you are moving through time and space in this short adventure as a human being. If ever there is a message of judgment, of a lack of love, of hate or anger, this is not our voice. Learn to discern the voice of truth and align that with the voice of your highest self, and be able to discern when the voice of ego, yours or someone else's, is interceding and adapting the messages to a different agenda. Your only agenda, our only agenda for you is joy, is happiness, is freedom and purpose according to what you are wishing to create in this human experience. So we welcome your questions. We welcome this interaction with you. We're very excited to see what unfolds in this time together and how this will dictate our conversations in the future. If they will be longer, if they will be more frequent, we are excited and eager to dive in with you and to see how all of this unfolds. And we welcome your questions. All right. All right. Barbara, I hope that Caleb was able to answer your question as to who Caleb is. I love it very, very much. And Cecilia wants to know, how do I sit in stillness? Being home healing is not easy. Cecilia, this is a beautiful question, and a question that is good for all of you. You will all notice that anytime one of you has a question, if you happen to be here at this certain time, it's because that question is going to resonate with you as well. And the answer that we give to Cecilia may land completely differently for you, but it will land perfectly for you. Sitting in stillness is a brave and courageous choice that you can make. We would invite you, first of all, to reframe the way that you are looking at sitting in stillness as a big, giant challenge and something that you must learn, that you must make yourself do, and instead create a visual for yourself that stillness is a destination, that you can absolutely enjoy the journey to get there. So paint a picture in your mind of something that you want to do, some journey that you want to take. Maybe you want to be walking on the beach. Maybe you want to be walking on a forest path, or maybe you want to be on a winding mountain trail. Whatever it is that feels and appears attractive to you as an enjoyable journey to take, do this in your mind and set stillness and darkness and the beautiful, beautiful abyss, the void of infinite possibility as your destination. And then just sit quietly and project this destination out in your mind. 40 yards, 50 yards, 100 yards, whatever feels good and you are able to easily visualize as a destination, and then set out with joy and purpose on the path toward the destination of stillness. And notice as you take one step, notice where your resistance comes up and say thank you. Thank you to this resistance, because this is a lesson that I get to learn about myself and the way that I am allowing in infinite possibility. So what does this resistance look like? What does it feel like? How can I release it and move it out of the way so that I can take the next step toward the destination of stillness in joy and in anticipation and in deliberate creation? Now, your lessons that you learn in this process can be so many things. They can be resistance and anger and guilt that you have from your childhood. They can be fears of not being enough, of not knowing enough, of not being worthy. But this is your opportunity to take each and every one of those and to bathe these feelings in love and light and integrate them into who you are and make them a part of the bright divine light that you are on purpose and courageously shining onto the next step of your life in every single moment. And with each step forward that you take towards stillness, be in love with the journey. Be in love with what you discover. Be in love with your intent and your boldness and your courage in embarking on this journey. Now, you may have so much resistance built up and so many blockages that attack you at every single step of the way that you might not be able to reach the destination of stillness in one sitting. And that's okay. Make it not about the destination. Make it about the journey. And love yourself, love your spirit. Embrace this creative divine being that you are, more and more and more open, more and more full of faith, more and more full of a sense of your own worthiness with every step as you are taking this journey toward the destination of stillness. Now, should you happen to be able to make it to the destination in one sitting because you're able to feel your way through the resistance that comes up quickly, that you've been in this work for a long time and you're tweaking and you're fine-tuning and you're saying, yes, I see you, little child who felt abandoned and unprotected. Come into the love, come into the light, release your fears, release your feelings of abandonment, and join me in this feeling of empowerment. And let's together take another step forward into the stillness. And when you are able to reach there, celebrate. See yourself surrounded in the darkness, in the void, in the abyss where all creation started. Feel the wondrous power that from this place of darkness, from the void of infinite creation, you are able to take the next step, creating anything you want from the void, from the stillness, from the abyss where everything is reborn and brought back into the light new and reformed and shiny and in the shape of the world that you wish to create for yourself. All right. Next question. Did that help, Cecilia? Is there more that you would like to know about that? We are only 17 minutes in, so we have plenty of time to answer more questions, to dive deeper into this question. Or if today we simply don't really have any other direct questions, then we can take this as a time to just do a spirit-led meditation together. We get to use this time together however we like. So we'll wait just another minute and see if there is a question for Caleb. Cecilia, I hope that served you. And I am available. Caleb and I are available to talk more with you about this anytime that you like. You know how to get in touch with me. All right. 16 people here. No one else has a question for Caleb? Hello, Michelle, my sister. I'm so happy that you were able to make it. I wonder if you're just getting here, if you heard the channeled message for Cecilia from Caleb. And the introduction from Caleb. No questions, it looks like, unless I'm just missing something or things are not showing up. And it's absolutely okay if no one has a question. Hilda, how to find the next chapter in life. All right. Oh, Hilda, we love you so much. And we would like to very lovingly and very gently and very joyfully ask you to look at the word find. Finding the next chapter of life indicates that this is something that has already been laid out for you. And while everything does exist outside of time and space, and everything is happening all at once in a way that the human mind really can't grasp, so therefore the creation of the linear motions of time and space, you have complete and total free will, and you have the ability to change what you are creating for the next phase or the next chapter for your life at any time and at any moment. So we would encourage you to change the question of finding the next chapter of life to learning the deepest desires and yearning of your heart, of your highest self, of your spirit here in this human experience for this short amount of time, and identify and really get to know what you want the next chapter of your life to be, what you want the next moment, the next day, the next week or month or year or 10 years of your life to look like. Now, when you draw this picture in your mind of how you want to create your life that is based in truth, that is based in the sincere and knowing appreciation that you are a being of light, that everything is possible for you, that everything is here for you to create, and you can create a true vision of what your deepest desires are, then you are able to feel your way into the next step on the journey toward this beautiful creation that you are choosing to co-create with us, with your highest self, with a loving universe that will never make you wrong, that will always support you in every endeavor. And so if you feel like you are able to, in faith and joy, go into the abyss and create the vision of what it is that you want to create for your life, and then step out of the abyss into the amount of light that you can see, in perfect faith that as you move out of your comfort zone, as you explore things on this planet that you are not certain that you know how to do yet, and expand your knowledge, expand your power on this planet in complete and total faith that the next steps will be revealed to you when you step to the edge of the light you can see. In this way, the next beautiful chapter of your life will unfold for you. And on the way to this, understand that you are creating this journey, that in every moment you get to choose how much joy and love and appreciation are in the moments that you are creating, completely by what you are giving it your attention to. In every moment of your life, there are wanted things and there are unwanted things, and you choose whether you are telling the story and singing the praises of the wonderful things that are in your life in this moment, or if you are having the rage and having the pain and having the complaining and the unappreciation of the unwanted things in your life in that same given moment. So when you choose to put your attention on things of beauty and love and grace and growth and light, those are the things that become your reality. And the unwanted things in your life will just disappear from disuse, from lack of attention, from not having any energy or nutrition or light shined on them. They will not grow and they will not continue into the next phase of your existence. Does this help? How to find the next chapter in life, Hilda. All right. Okay. All right. So now we have 23, 24, 25. So we have a little bit more time. I'm going to wait just one more minute for one more question. And Hilda, if you want any more clarity or any other questions that you have around that same topic, we are happy to stay and answer that. And otherwise, I'm kind of feeling the need to do a centering, grounding, loving yourself worthiness meditation for each of you for the last 7 minutes or so that we have here together. So, Katuria, what is next for me? Okay, Katuria, this is the question that only you can decide, right? What is next for you is whatever you choose for it to be. And even if we were able to, and we are, see forever in all directions and to know how things are going to turn out for you, assuming that you stay on the path that you are on, this would be what you would call a spoiler alert. And you know what? Why would you go to a movie or live a life that you already knew how everything turned out? And how joyful would be your interactions and your creations on this planet if you already knew what was going to work and what was not, and you didn't have any challenges to overcome, and you didn't have any lessons to learn, and you didn't have the joy of facing your challenges with optimism and faith and fire, and feeling the amazing feelings of getting to the other side of your challenges, knowing that you were a powerful co-creator in the outcome of that, right? So, Spirit is never going to tell you the end of the story. This is, that there are fortune tellers who will indicate to you that this is what is going to happen in your life. Caleb will never do that, right? Okay, so you get to choose what is next for you. Okay, so if you are new to meditating with me, you will know that comfort is queen. So honor your body first. If it feels good to your body to sit in an erect position, the straight line between your sit bones where your bottom is touching the chair or the earth and the crown of your head, this creates a beautiful physical representation and a beautiful physical manifestation of your central channel where energy and spinal fluid move through your body and conduct energy and love and light to all of the cells of your body from this place. So, let's take 3 deep breaths together, and with each breath, I want you to picture your body as a beautiful column of light that is firmly and connected to the earth as if you were the trunk of a tree, and yet a beautiful column of light that extends forever into the heavens and is a conduit of love and light and divine energy and divine intelligence. And just use our 3 breaths together to visualize this and to put your body into this feeling of being one with the earth and one with the heavens. Okay, first breath in. Let that all the way out. Second breath in. Let that all the way out. And the third and final magical deep breath in. And release. Let that all the way out. Okay, breathe normally but consciously. And with each deep breath in, see yourself cementing this feeling that there is nothing between you and divine light and love and energy and infinite intelligence, and that all beautiful ideas and wonderful creativity and love and light and worthiness are just flowing into your body from the top of your head and merging with the beautiful light and warmth and nurturing energy of Mother Earth that is coming from the center of the planet up into your body from the bottom. That you are this beautiful column of human creation, melding and mixing and creating with divine energy. And then emanating from your soft, tender heart out into the world, beauty and divine creation, nurturing, healing energy and light, just coming out of you in waves. And picture this just pulse of light going from your body all across the planet, encompassing the entire globe. This is how powerful you are. This is how sovereign you are, standing in infinite love, infinite intelligence, infinite power, choosing to create, choosing to shine your light on this beautiful planet, choosing the next step that you will make in surety, in total faith of your worthiness, in total faith of your power, in total faith of the resources that are flooded to you from every direction, above and below, in every moment of this human adventure. All right, let's seal this feeling and this promise to ourselves and this intention with the 3 deep breaths together. First breath in. Let that all the way out. Next breath in. And release. And the third magical deep breath in. And let that all the way out. And so it is. There is no place where we end and you begin. There is no place where you are cut off from divine love and infinite intelligence. You are so loved. You are so worthy. You are so blessed in every moment. And for now, we are complete. Okay, so I feel like this was a very wonderful first experience with conversations with Caleb in this forum. I so would love to hear any kind of feedback that you have, any kind of support through your donations, through your loves and likes, through connecting with me in this app, outside of this app. Any way that you can share your love and light and input for how this ministry is going to grow and expand and what the next steps are for this path of conversations with Caleb that are going to be fun and they're going to be joyous and they're going to feel exactly like this. So I love you so much. I'm so grateful that we are on this journey together and that you are here with me. And we're going to do this again next Tuesday morning, 10:30 Eastern time. And we'll be doing other things in the meantime. Be sure to click that follow button so that you get a notification whenever we're doing something live or there are new meditations that are uploaded, anything like that. So I just love you so much. I will see you soon and often.